Hi everyone, Joseph Bless here from Trade Forex Services, and today we'll be discussing about 5 common mistakes in trading and how to avoid them. First thing is our risk warning, and that's trading leverage products such as Forex and Derivatives may not be suitable for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. So please, if you understand this, ensure you understand this before you proceed. Alright, so getting to it, we have the problems in red and the solutions in green as you have them here. Alright, so the first thing is the mindset you carry when you get to the market. Alright, so some people have this gambling mindset. I'm going today, and today is a major day, it happens and that's it. Alright, that's very, very wrong. Some people carry the mindset of I'm just going to get to make profits. When I see a trend going up, that's it, I'm getting in and that's all. I don't care about any entries at all. So these are very, very wrong mindsets. There are other ones that might not mention, so please just assess yourself as you're watching this video, and ensure that you apply the solutions we propose to these problems. All right, so the first one is having a progressive ideology instead of a one-time kind of thinking about the market. All right, when you have a progressive ideology, that means that today is another day of progress. All right, that will constitute to the forming of the big picture that you have in mind, which is your long-term vision. All right, so if you do not have a long-term vision, please create one. Simply take a piece of paper and a pen, all right, and write down 3 things you would like to achieve in the forex market this year, and make them realistic, please, because it's very important. All right. So we could start with for example, having a I think I should let you guys know that there are very important factors to consider when having a long-term vision as trading vision. And the very first thing is where you are, all right, and where you are going to. All right, those are the first, second things, and then the third thing is what should actually be in the middle of course, what will take you there. So where am I right now? All right, in terms of my account size, my knowledge about forex, for example, my knowledge about a good working strategy, my knowledge about risk management and all that. Where am I planning to go to? All right, for example, this year, what's my objectives, all right, to achieve? You have that, then how can I get there? All right, so this is what can help me get there. For example, it might be implying more focus, implying more of discipline. All right, it might be getting a winning strategy, it might be taking a trading course, all right, and so forth. So ensure you do these things as they are super important, but people do not even realize that they are making these mistakes. All right, so they never know it's a mistake. So moving on to the second one, we have prioritizing your training sessions and time zones. This is super important because you need to ensure that trading is a priority. All right, and if you do not take it as a priority, you will not give it a major time and optimum focus. And you can see the solutions here: physical fitness, optimum focus, while trading. Now, why do we say physical fitness or this? This is because some people have the habit of getting to the market on their back from maybe their daily activities, and they're usually very tired and like, well, let me just scrap out something from this before going to bed so I can check whether the trade went over the next day or so forth, right? And that's very, very wrong, because the tendency of you ending up in a negative account balance in the long term is very, very, very high. So what do we recommend? That you create a schedule for yourself, create a timetable. For example, if you're going to have time to be on the market only twice a week, then ensure you have those 2 days that you're going to be on the market out on a sheet of paper, out in your agenda, where you would have you constantly look at and ensure that you follow. All right, you have those 2 days you're going to be on the market. What time are you going to be on the market, and what trading session are you going to trade? Some people also have the tendency of trading the US session within the Canadian session. I know this might not be too it might not be a great affecting factor to position traders and swing traders. Those are guys that use That's why I trade on the monthly candle or weekly candle or even daily candle. All right, but for intraday traders and scalpers, this is super important. So very important as we move on. So reviewing your basics is the third point. All right, and this is a major milestone for a lot of people. Right, they believe once, and even you watching the strategy, watching this video, it might also be an issue. All right, when last did you watch the video? All right, or retake the course, the trading course that gave you the expertise, the knowledge, and the skill set, right, to be able to trade the forex market? When last did you go back to those basics? All right, the trend lines, the supports and resistances, the strategies. When last did you go back to those basics? This is because we believe once you know them, that's it, it's working, I know it, that's all, I'm going to check my new thing. All right, what this does is that it takes you back, all right, to the very first points, all right, and also helps you to recorrect the mistakes you made so far. And there's this possibility of tweaking things in the forex market, all right, according to the way we want them, so that they will fit our personalities and all that. But in the process of doing that, a lot of people tend to overdo these things, all right, and that gets them to shift off the original course that was set for the intended information to be transferred to them. So please ensure you review your basics. I personally recommend you review your trading basics after 10 trades, all right, and this will help you to recorrect a few things and maybe re-implement a few rules that you might have overlooked, right? But now that you have an experience on the market, you know exactly what goes where. All right, so that will actually make these courses or make these materials or resources benefit you even more. So let's move on. The fourth thing here is risk management. Risk management here, as you know, it is an account killer, an account choker, anything you could imagine. And at the same time, it's what helps you to build a sustainable and growing account. All right. Now, why do I say this? Because it has two major factors that are both the problem and the solution: position sizing, and leveraging. All right. So super important. Ensure you do not over leverage on a trade. Ensure you use the right. You set your stop loss accurately and your take profit. Some people have they get so greedy, in setting their TPs, and then they just make it, set it at price levels that are very unrealistic. So please ensure, like I said earlier, have a progressive mindset. This is not a once and for all thing, it's a once and again thing. All right. So I have some nice entries today. Also, I'm going to take out my profit according to my risk to reward ratio. For example, I personally use a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. As in sometimes or circumstances, I use a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, and that's it. All right, I'm not planning to get the whole trend out of the market and make so much within a short period of time, because I have a progressive mindset. All right, there's a nice trade today, another one will come tomorrow, another one will come next tomorrow, even later on in the day another one will come. So please have a progressive mindset and not a once and for all mindset. That's what actually fuels the habit of gambling on the market, and that is very, very, very wrong, because it surely ends you up in negative. So let's move on. Last here is account management and self-help innovative tactics. Account management here is, for example, you have a low account balance, which is, for example, let's take a small account balance like $100, for example, or €100, and you want to trade on the higher time frames. I would actually take a step back, check this out. All right, for example, I can afford to risk 1% to 2%, all right, to per trade, and that's going to take $1 or $2. All right, risking 1%, that means I could lose 100 times before being wiped out of the market. Using 2% risk to reward ratio, that means I could be wiped out or taken out in a stop loss over 50 times before blowing up my account. So what we recommend here, you have a small account size, find the trading condition, all right, in terms of what pairs I'm trading, what time frame I'm trading that pair on, how my stop loss setting, and all this, the strategies I'm to use, and so forth that fits, all right, the account size. For example, I have a $100 account, for example, and I would like to trade the XAUUSD, for example. I see that XAUSD is very, very volatile, and I cannot trade it on a higher time frame because a 30 pip stop loss would easily be wiped out. So what do I do instead? I may decide to take the XAUUSD, trade it on a 5 minutes, which is still super volatile. All right. So due to that, the level of risk that I exposes me to, I decide to take to trade the USD and normal currency pair instead, because I know I could afford to even use a 15 pip stop loss, and it will have a very good gap margin between my entry price and my stop loss. So there will be a wide gap there, and I know I'll be able to place my stop loss behind support or resistance levels to protect it in times of need. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. Those are kinds of account management things. And I know also I cannot be trading on a higher time frame, for example, the H4, of the EURUSD, for example, using such account size, because my stop loss will be easily wiped out. All right, those are one of these account management techniques that you also need to know. But a lot of people make these mistakes, like I said, and that just ends up them in red, but they do not even realize that it's a mistake. All right, so very, very important. And self-help innovative tactics. You know yourself best, you know what's going on in the market best, so it's best you help yourself. All right, if you need to create a routine, create the routine. Like I said, some of you need to work on your trading, on your mindsets. All right, if you need to get a book to read. If you need to do whatever it takes for you to do, all right, to engender your progress on the market, please ensure you do it. You know yourself best, you know your weak spots, you know your strengths, and so forth. All right, so employ innovative habits or things that would help you, all right, become more profitable. Some of you need just the trading community, whereby you'll be having setups being released. We do that actually on our services. We have weekly analysis that are being released as well, and so forth. So please get what would help you best, so that you can make progress on the market. So that'll be that for that. Leaving you here with a quote: check yourself often and correct your faults. Quit blaming others. Take responsibility on your own life. That's the only way you can grow. This was said by Mufti Ismail Mek. So very important. You've had some information, very, very vital information right now. Please take action on them. Check yourself, all right, in any one of these criteria that you fall into. Ensure you correct your faults. That's the only way you can grow and get better. Thank you.